What's up, Leo? Welcome to my channel, Tarot by the Intuitive Teacup. My name's Annie. Happy to have all the Leos out there with me. Wishing you all a very happy early birthday. I hope this video finds you well. This is what I call my Lil Sips mini love tarot reading here at the Intuitive Teacup. It's just an energy check-in to see where things are at regarding the person you're thinking about, what the universe wants you to know and see and hear, all that good stuff about your situation, okay? So as always, I welcome you to come into this reading with an open heart and an open mind. If it's not your message, if it feels strange or foreign, if you don't relate to the material, don't take on those messages. You're always going to be in the driver's seat of your life. Give yourself the luxury of time. Sometimes these messages will resonate for you in a few days, in a few weeks, even a few months. Be open to that, right? If it doesn't click instantly, don't take action on it, but feel free to put it on the shelf and visit on a rainy day, so to say. All right, those are my general rules, Leo. Everything else about this video will be down in the description box below for you, including the decks I'm using here today, as well as my social media channels. I am the Intuitive Teacup on Facebook, Instagram.com, all that good stuff. Check it out if you're interested, and if not, we're here on YouTube. We're going to do it for you, all right? So let's see. Coming up in your person's spread here. And again, this is the person you're thinking about, up to you who you want to assign this energy to. Four of Cups. All right. I just heard he shoots and scores, but it's actually the opposite. So something about the metaphor of basketball. Like he shoots and scores. I'm seeing something go along the rim. What do they call when the ball kind of bounces around and goes off? I'm seeing that. So I feel like this has to do with someone who made a move on you and it went awkward, or something about it. It didn't like stick the landing. Do you know that expression? Yeah, it's something about they took aim, or they made, I want to say it's like they made a move on you, but it fell flat, or it didn't, the intention behind it didn't pack enough bang or gusto, because you're left feeling kind of like, eh. What's interesting is you're both coming up as Four of Cups. This says to me there was like an awkward experience, maybe an awkward date, right, over drinks, and maybe there was some sort of sensitive topic or conversation that was brought up, and you're both still thinking about it, though. So that's what I mean. I mean, clearly this person's coming up in your reading for a reason. It's not over with. This conversation is not done, because you're both left feeling it hasn't like emotionally been dealt with, and that could even, it could have to do with money flow. If you guys are married or have been together for a while, it could have to do with your finances. Could also be a difficult conversation about someone in alcohol addiction. I mean, this doesn't have to be a romantic partner. I'm reading it for that, but maybe you had an awkward conversation with a parent about that, right? You're going to revisit the conversation because you're both left feeling rather unsatisfied with the results of the conversation. I think this person initiated it, and potentially, I'm getting all these game and ball metaphors, like left the ball in your court. And now it's like it's your turn to react, is what I'm getting. How interesting. This is an oddly specific message this week, Leo. Yeah, for a lot of you, it may have been a conversation about alcohol or liquor. Yeah, your principles, or your even ethics, your values, something. I hear it's steeped in tradition. It could even have been about religion, I suppose. Somebody is trying to get somebody to look at a circumstance differently, but the other person is, I actually heard martyr. The other person is very headstrong, Leo. I'm just kidding. It could go either way, but yeah, someone is standing in their principles. Somebody has drawn a line in the sand. But the other person's like, well, have we tried it this way? Could we try it this way? It may even involve moving households or shuffling items from one location to another. Interesting. I know this isn't going to be for everyone because it's very specific this week. But yeah, so I'm being called to say that somebody is, it's like a spiritual awakening. You're unlocking a door to someone's, to your own spirituality, but this could also be your person. Someone may be committing themselves to a life where they finally kick the habit, particularly with alcohol issues. Interesting. All right, so that in itself is a message. I'm going to try and pull some other things in here because that is so oddly specific. So let's see what else we can get here. Coming up in your person's action is Page of Wands. Actually, I'm sorry, this is coming up in their heart. So what it is that they truly desire. They want to travel, they want to play, they want to flirt. It's a good card for communication. But in your heart, you have the world. So you're at your wit's end, I'm hearing. You are at the finality of something. You're closing out a cycle romantically with your heart. It doesn't have to be away from this person, but this, in a sense, could be an ultimatum. Like, if you don't stop drinking, if you don't fill in the blank, like, I'll be okay without you. It does sort of feel like there's a difficult decision regarding your emotional space. Fours in tarot are frequently thought of as like the comfort zone. So it could be that you guys have gotten comfortable together, but where's the zest? Where's the passion? Where's, the, what do they call that? Like the honeymoon stage of a relationship. If that's the case, I'm thinking that stage is over, if you even got there, right? It could be that you're losing interest in something because, yeah, there's something wedged between you guys. You both have Four of Cups, and again, it's very specific this week. For a lot of you, it has to do with addiction issues. Someone is trying to turn over a new leaf. Some of you may be literally, if it is alcohol, it's like pouring booze out the drain, or getting rid of liquor bottles, or and it's very specific, like locking the liquor cabinet and hiding the key, something like that. That could be a metaphor for something else, guys, but it's being relayed to me that way. So yeah, I mean, in this person, your person may act quite immature or selfish. They're probably very fun and full of life, but yeah, they have some inner demons that get the best of them, specifically addiction issues. It could also be codependency too. This person wants to continue to play. They want to continue to have fun with you, but they don't like being reprimanded. It's like, I just heard that line from Peter Pan. I always want to be a little boy and to have fun. I never want to grow up, right? Yeah, it's like they're living in Never Never Land. That's what I'm getting from your person right now. Their overall outcome or potential action towards you is Ten of Swords. I don't love that. You're needling them, right? And they don't like it. Yeah. I have to be honest, Leo, this is a tough one, but a lot of you guys are going to take some time away from each other. Ten of Swords and Six of Swords. A disappointing or unsatisfying ending. Something where you can walk away with some lessons, but it's kind of like you kind of get your ass handed to you in a sense with Ten of Swords. It's coming up in your person, so here's the thing. I think you're the one moving on. I think you're the one who's like, thanks, but no thanks, and they have no choice but to like wade through the waters. I am being called to say of addiction issues. Yeah, so I feel for you. You're struggling with your person, but it feels like you're becoming like the mother to this like childlike energy. As the mother card falls out, the Empress. Sorry, a card fell. 1 second. Oh. Yeah, it's like if you guys were to try this again and blend cups, essentially, you might be dealing with a Sagittarius. There needs to be equal give and take in the relationship. It feels like you're having to play like mom or dad, or I'm even hearing like doctor or nurse. It's like you're constantly having to try and take care of this person, and maybe that's what some of you do as a profession. Maybe you work in a very like a teacher, right? You're constantly taking care of children. That seems to be flooding over into your personal life and into your love relationship. You might be dealing with a Cancer or a Sag, or you may end up going towards one of those after you cut it off with these people. You may have options too. This is the card of Taurus and Libra. It did fall out over the Four of Cups, so Spirit is sort of saying, how do you actually feel about this? Like, if you're being very real and honest, do you see potential for growth, or do you see this as a cycle that is closing out that actually grants you like newfound freedom to explore other things in your life, Leo? Because yeah, I'm not sensing that there's a lot of happiness here. Some of you may be dealing with a Virgo who's struggling with addiction issues. And this is a card of self-healing. A lot of you are going to choose to end something with someone who was, whatever the word you want to use, is a narcissist, right? That word can be overused sometimes, but someone who struggles, someone who has a lot of issues. A lot of you are going to choose to possibly get in your car and move on and focus on yourself for a while, do a little bit of self-healing. Or if you do have options, which you might, because you have a lot of people coming up specifically in your spread, it could indicate that you're taking action towards testing out the waters with a Cancer or a Sagittarius. Yeah, the Fool, a new beginning. having to have a difficult conversation with someone that maybe you've been avoiding, because a lot of you, it's like you're bringing the sword down. I think a lot of my Leos are going to end something with the person that they're. Yeah, it's like, is this person your soulmate? So for some of you, this may even involve marriage. It could have been a situation where you married this person and realized they're not responsible. It's like they don't bring enough to the table in terms of making it an equally balanced relationship. Sagittarius, for a lot of you, and Taurus are very heavy components. You do have Four of Wands and the Hierophant, so for a lot of you, this might be someone that you were married to, or it's like what really brought a harsh truth, a harsh reality to the situation is if you were to look at who you're currently with and you fast forward 10 years, there's something important about recognizing what if their addiction issues got worse, or what if they didn't go away, or this or that. Something with the harsh reality of, oh my God, what if I were to marry this person? That's the deciding factor where a lot of my Leos are like, nope, this is not my person. Yeah, it's very empowered, but it does feel heavy-hearted because I don't think you want to hurt this person. But it seems like they have a lot of issues that they're struggling with, and so maybe you're giving them a gift by allowing them time to work on themselves, right? Maybe that's what both of you need, right? To fill your own cup, to learn to love yourself, to not be dependent on other people telling you that you're good enough, or that you're sexy, or that you're smart, or that you're pretty. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, this is kind of a heavy-hearted one, guys. I'm sorry. What else can I tell my Leos? For those who are single and looking, again, Sagittarius, Cancer, potentially Taurus. For those who are with a person and very happy, there might be marriage involved. Again, particularly Cancer and Sag. But again, the messages can go vice versa too. So if you already married to that sign, you might be moving away from it. Yeah, darkness. I don't love the outlook of that. But this is a weekly reading, right? You know, energies will change. But yeah, my whole point of this is giving this reading to someone who needs to hear it. So if it's not your message, by all means, click off. Don't take the message. But for some of you who are struggling and you're like, I don't really know, it's almost like you don't see a potential future with this person. Spirit is sort of confirming that. So you'll know if it's your message. But are you having fun? Does this relationship feel fun, or does it feel more like work? Is it a constant struggle? Are you constantly asking yourself, how can I get out of this relationship? If that's the case, a lot of you are going to find a way. You may also be moving towards a Pisces in the near future. All right, Leo, that was kind of a somber one this week, but I think your one last week was better, so check that out if this one wasn't your message. I will see you guys very soon for more tarot. Please do like, share, subscribe. Bye, Leo.